We are just mere days away now from the Witness in the Desert. And I hope that you're going. If you're not going, I hope that you'll be watching. So I think you'll have plenty of wall-to-wall coverage from Rex Bear's channel, from Derek Bro's Global Witness channel, from this channel. And I think that we're going to be simulcasting almost all the time while we're out there. I'm not quite exactly sure how it's going to work. I believe that there will be teams of people going out, some with myself, some with Derek, some with Rex, I think. And again, don't quote me because I don't know. And I think we're going to be going out, and we'll be going into the various and sundry caves, and we'll be going to the various and sundry locations in Monument Valley. And we'll also be going and coming back after said trips. And I think those trips, the idea is that those excursions are going to be broadcast live via satellite uplink, which is pretty fancy. And you might be able to tell I started to let my super thick Irish beard that Rooney could lick off grow so I can get some, is it Saturday? I guess it is Saturday. So I can get a little bit of protection out there in the desert cold. And I actually got out my clothes today, and I think I'm going to be okay. I got some long underwear in the mail, and I've got a hat and some gloves coming from Canada. I don't know if Beth is out there, but it's on its way, and I can't wait. And yeah, it's going to be cold. And I know that some of you guys are going to hate this, but Alexa, what's the temperature in Prescott, Arizona?
Right now, in Prescott, Arizona, it's 60 degrees.
60 degrees.
Expect a low of 29 degrees.
It's got to be 50. Alexa, what's the temperature in Prescott, Arizona?
Right now, in Prescott, Arizona, it's 60 degrees.
It says it's 60 degrees right now in Prescott, Arizona. I don't know. I thought it was going to be colder than that. But I'm going to be ready, and I know I'd get somebody judging me about my Alexa. Don't judge me about my Alexa. I like to be able to tell her to play me Elvis and things like that. So I'm sorry if you don't think I should have an Alexa. And if you really think that's the difference, that your Alexa is going to make the difference between you being caught by the Matrix and not, guess what? You're wrong. They've already got all your stuff. So anyway, it does feel great in Central Florida. And I don't know why I said it. I'm being judged hugely now by my Alexa thing. Oh, because of my Alexa. That's all right. What if I called her Alana? Anyway, yeah. So that's going to be happening. I think it kicks off on the 29th. I'm not totally sure. Don't quote me. And we're going to have a great time. I'm bringing bonfire. Oh, he's got a bonfire in Kentucky. We're going to have a great time, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a great time. It's going to be a very interesting time. I had some trepidations about going out there, but I don't anymore. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy the experience. I'm going to enjoy the people. I don't know how many people are going to show up out there. I really don't. I just don't know how many are going to show up out there. I have a hard time believing there's going to be 1,000 people out there. I really do, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I am not bringing organic, unrefined coconut oil for sunscreen. I don't do sunscreen. Just not my thing. If clay tablets found in Iraq have the creation story, would they be the oldest Bible known to man? I don't know if they'd be a Bible at all, Mr. Bone Dangles, but they certainly would be very interesting. Take some pantyhose. Dude, I got myself, is that a dude? Dude, I got myself some righteous long underwear. It just came in the mail today. I sampled one set, and I will be ordering another set tomorrow. And I'll have 2 sets, and I think that'll be more than enough for the time that I'm in the desert, because I can just turn those babies inside out. I can get 4 days out of 2 sets, right? Before they even start smelling. So I'm going to look forward to that. It's going to have a great time. We're going to have a great time. Lots of stuff to see. I mean, how could you not like the Hopi land? How could you not like Monument Valley? It's going to be some great stuff. I actually wore pantyhose when I was playing football up north. So yeah, you're exactly right. Droopy drawers. No, mine aren't droopy. I got the skin tight variety, ladies and gentlemen, because that's what you need to keep a brother warm. You need the skin tight ones. Jeremy, I'm gonna do the layer thing. I figure I'll have my underoos, and then I'll have my long underwear. And then I got some ski pants that I have from my days in Taco in South Lake Tahoe. And then I'll have my big socks. I'll have my combat boots. And then up top, I'll have a t-shirt. I'll have, my long underwear, then a t-shirt, and then probably something like this or a hoodie. Then I've even got like one of those vests, fleece vests. I can put that up. Then I got this jacket. I'm between my big leather jacket, real big lined, nice liner leather jacket, or like more like a ski jacket, but it's not as heavy. So I'm not real sure. I'm gonna have to seek some expertise from people that are in cold areas. I don't know if I should go for the hand and foot warmers or not. That seems like it might be a little bit much, but I might go for some hand and foot warmers as well. I think I'll do it. I bought Quiet Mind Epic Life. I haven't read it yet. Thank you, Lori, for telling me that it is amazing. And I got one hat I got today. Where is that hat? Oh, it's out with my stuff. That was before I knew I was getting a special hat from Canada. So I'm sure that I'll have the hat from Canada. I'm going to get gloves. I do have a scarf. I have multiple scarves, so I'm looking forward for that. Yeah, but I never wear a Carhartt coat again in my life. I know what they look like, but I live in Florida, so there's not many times that we can wear these things that you people call coats and jackets and things like that. So I'm not going to look like George Costanza with the big puffy coat, although I have a puffy coat, but I'm not going to take it. Baked potatoes wrapped in foil work great for hand warmers. Thank you, Penny, for saying that my hair looks great and that this is my perfect style. Well, thank you. It's a little Tim Tebow-ish, but I like it. Okay, Tracy doesn't have a coat. Sorry, Tracy. Should we do a GoFundMe or something to get you a coat? So I was having a conversation earlier today, and somehow the conversation turned to stars, and the conversation turned to pentagrams, and then the congregation. Wow, where is my mind today? The conversation was about stars. The conversation went to pentagrams, and then the conversation went to pentagrams if they're right side up, being for protection. And then, a snowmobile suit would be great. I have a wetsuit. I thought about putting that thing on and then putting clothes over it, but that might be a little much. I'm not going to Alaska. I'm going to Arizona. But the wetsuit is tight. The wetsuit is tight. And I don't mean tight like cool, but I mean literally it's tight. So wouldn't that be funny? Just zip that wetsuit up. And if you went commando under the wetsuit, you might sweat a little bit, and it would really be a wetsuit then. That's really, really gross, ladies and gentlemen, but it would be. I didn't get it yet, Christopher, and I don't even know how to say it. Is it toque? That's the hat, toque? I'm not sure. I could walk around like Star Trek, absolutely, just in that. That might make me comfortable, Alana, but I don't think it would make other people comfortable. Could you imagine me walking around just a wetsuit? Hi, how you doing? Oh, Lord. Yeah, it will be in the 30s at night. Oh, gross, Brian. I would never do that. Not even in the water. It's pronounced toque, T-U-U-K, toque. I have a toque coming. It was mailed yesterday. And some mitts. I don't know if those are going to be like mittens or if mitts is just a Canada word for gloves. Watch out for shrinkage in that cold weather. I don't think that'll be a factor, Brian. And besides, girls don't know about shrinkage, right? That's what George Costanza found out. A wetsuit and a scarf. Wetsuit, scarf, and Spock ears. I do have my body. I got my Under Armour from when I played hockey. That would work. Oh God, that would make great YouTube, wouldn't it? If I was walking around in a wetsuit with my combat boots. You know what? That's worth a ponder. That is really worth a ponder, ladies and gentlemen. Could you imagine? Could you imagine the optics of that? Me in a sweatsuit, in a wetsuit with combat boots and a damn scarf and a toque. Oh, that would be funny as hell. Anyway, Hopi Firewater. I don't drink any of that firewater stuff. Would you wear pantyhose under a wetsuit, though? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, we're supposed to be doing a show, not talking about wetsuits in the desert. Wouldn't that be ironic, though? Jeff is wearing a wetsuit in the desert. Oh, God, that makes me laugh. That's funny. That is funny. Yeah, it would be pretty gay, wouldn't it, Penny? But who cares, man? It'd be hilarious. That'd be like, what was that? There was a scuba diver guy that I used to play with when I was a kid. I forget what his name was called. But anyway, almost as funny as a sweet transvestite. Almost. Not quite, but almost. But I did have a point to make tonight. If I can remember what it was. Oh, yeah. So I'm thinking about stars. I'm thinking about the pentagram. I'm thinking about law enforcement. And law enforcement is known for wearing that star. And law enforcement almost, I searched, I was going to say for hours, but that wouldn't be true. But I searched for at least the better part of an hour looking at law enforcement stars. I'm going to have to get out of the chat room. Law enforcement stars from the Old West to today. And I think in all the ones I looked at, all the pentagram ones, an expanding consciousness says OMG. And that's funny if you really think it all the way through. But anyway, I looked at all of those stars and I only found one, and it was from Canada. I think it was Victoria, that actually had a pentagram that was upside down. And man, it really, somebody I think in law enforcement knows something. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go to law enforcement badges, stars, and this is from the Old West forward. If you look at this, all of the ones, now these I'm not sure because they're not pentagrams. So you could argue that it's upside down, but really it's right side up because it's the same. But I'm talking about ones that are pentagrams. If you look at the ones that are actually pentagrams, you're not going to see any upside down stars. The ones that are actual pentagrams are all right side up. Tombstone, that's my favorite. The ones that are actual pentagrams are all right side up. You can't tell me that somebody doesn't know what's going on. Now, here's one you could argue is upside down because it could be turned to where it was. If you turn that one way, degree either way, whatever these things are, turn it one over this way, one over that way, you could say it was right side up. This one you could argue is upside down. But that's about the only one I could find Old West style. Oh, here's Reno. Well, Reno. You ever been to Reno? I like Reno. In fact, about 4 years ago, I was going to move and start a new Covenant Kabbalah Center. And the three finalists were San Antonio, Texas, Kansas City, and Reno, Nevada. And it's not Nevada, folks. It's Nevada. I lived there for 3 years. So you could argue that Reno's was upside down. But the folks in Reno might have done it just to be different. So they're all right side up, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone that's a pentagram is right side up. And very few of even the ones that aren't pentagram are, we saw two that you could argue were upside down. Folks, they know. They understand. They get it. Oh, well, that's just the Old West. What about in modern times? Well, let me give you a little modern. Law enforcement badges. And again, You could argue the Reno one is upside down because see Multnomah County where I also lived. How interesting is that? Theirs is right side up, arguably, while Reno's would be upside down, arguably. You can see what I mean. Chicago. See, all of these are right side up, ladies and gentlemen. Where is this? Deputy Sheriff of Josephine County. I wonder if that's Oregon. Looks like it's Oregon. Josephine County is a great place. See, all of these that are actually Masonic Chief Fraternal Police. And isn't this kind of funny? We're talking about them being right side up because pentagrams upside down can be problematic. And look what we got with the Masonic. Anyway, moving right along. But all of the stars are right side up. All of the stars are right side up. Even Chicago gets it right, which is kind of hard to believe. But all of the star ones are right side up. I thought I did see one, and I thought it was from Victoria, Canada, that had the star upside down. And that was the only true pentagram I saw upside down. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just imagined it. What do you think? So there you go. All of the law enforcement pentagrams are right side up. Somebody knows that the pentagram is a protection symbol. And if you think about it, with all the police officers, all the law enforcement officers out on the job every single day, and I do salute you for being out on the job, even though some of you don't act right. The vast majority of the officers, you know, they're out there doing their best. So I do salute them. With as many as out there and as many people gunning after them, you really don't get as many deaths as you would think that you would get. And you wonder, you just got to wonder, is it because they're wearing the pentagram? Now, of course, not all of them. You got some of these departments that, you know, wear a badge. But a lot of law enforcement officers, even if they're wearing a badge, it has a star on it somewhere. It has a pentagram on it. Is that because somebody knows that the pentagram is a protection symbol? I think it might be. I think it's fascinating. I think it's very interesting. And the thing that I also wonder, if law enforcement personnel or someone that equips law enforcement personnel, maybe it's just tradition now, but back in the Dizzle, somebody knew what was going on. An inverted Instagram is a good one. I must have missed something. But if law enforcement knows, it's called a shield. Okay, thanks. Guy named Frisbee telling me it's a shield. I find that a little chuckle-worthy. Would the tattoo that Sam and Dean have actually work if we got one? You know what? I forgot what this tattoo that Sam and Dean have. Let me search that. Tattoo Sam and Dean Supernatural. Dude, even if it didn't work, it'd be like really cool. Oh, well, check this out. Why wouldn't it work? Why wouldn't that sucker work? Oh, now we're really getting off, ladies and gentlemen. 30. Why wouldn't that work? You know what? I don't have any tattoos, but I'm this close. I am this close. Oh, would that be cool or what? Oh, dudes, let's, all of us that are going out to witness in the desert, we'll go out and get ourselves some tattoos. Woo! Some supernatural tattoos. Oh, check that out, ladies and gentlemen. How would you like to see that? How'd you like to look down and see that on your chest, gentlemen? I don't know if you ladies would like that or not. Oh, Dean's got one too. Check out Dean. Boom. There's his. Check out, oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a little beefcake, Sam with his tattoo. That looks like Wax Museum Sam or something. That doesn't look like a real Sam to me. I'm just saying. And here's Dean all oiled up for the bodybuilding contest. But I'm not sure because he doesn't really look like he's sporting those pecs back here. Oh, that wasn't him. That was Sam. Okay. Where was that one? Yeah, I don't know if Dean's sporting those pecs in the real world. That's a little bit enhanced. You know what, though? That's a great question. Would that tattoo be efficacious if you got one like this bro did right here? Oh, that's either really, really funny or a real turn on to some girls. I'm not sure which it would be, or guys, if that's what you're into. Dudes, I don't know. I'm a little bit tempted. Oh my, how did we get off onto this? How do I allow myself to be taken down these paths by people in the chat room? I just don't know. All right, I've already got one, so that would be cool. Supernatural, do you have one? Literally, Supernatural, the person in the chat room called Supernatural. Do you actually have one of those tattoos? And be honest. I would like to discuss this with you tonight on this program. Do you have one of those tattoos? Or I could get a tattoo of myself in a wetsuit in the desert. Now there's an idea. Supernatural, with your name being Supernatural, I'm thinking you might have it. I want to talk to you. Not one of those tats yet. What's wrong with you? You have tattoos, you call yourself Supernatural, and you don't have one of those? I think you should change your name. I might take your wrench away because I'm really, really disappointed in you. Really, really disappointed in you. Wow. I do not have any tattoos. One time I came close, my buddy and I were drunk as hell, and we wanted to get 4-leaf clovers with our initials put right on our butts. And we went in there, and the guy wouldn't do it because he said we were too drunk. And here's a good point, because Darla Dawn 222, I always hear Tanya Tucker when I see your name. Like Magenta Pixie says, when we use things for protection, we're putting out into the universe, there's something we need protection from. That reminds me of one of my great friends. Her name is Maria. She's an archaeologist. She's a doctor. She's really, really super smart. And that's exactly what she says. And her husband, whose name is John, who's not super smart. Yes, he is. I'm just kidding. He's a good friend of mine. He's all about the protections and the rituals and the incantations and the spells. She's like, get out of my way. Ain't nothing in here can hurt me. I kind of like Maria's MO. But Supernatural tattoo, pretty cool, bro. Anyway. So my question would be, and this was a perfect segue into this, if tattoos, if pentagrams are efficacious for protection, as evidenced by the fact that they are ubiquitous, pervasive throughout law enforcement, and really percentage-wise, law enforcement, those brothers and sisters don't take bullets very often. Could it be, do it and then show us, right? I'll do that just for a podcast. I don't know how much it costs to have one of those tattoos, but what was I going to say? Should we employ the tattoo in our own personal lives? Should we employ the pentagram, not the tattoo, in our own personal lives? And should we employ a pentagram tattoo in our own personal lives? Anybody out there with a pentagram tattoo? Right side up. And anybody with any stories of thinking that it might have helped you? Wendy's pentagram is on her ankle. Is it right side up, Wendy? Moonlight Herbalist, do you have several? Yes. Do you think it's helpful? Or do you get them just because you thought they were cool? My daughter uses the pentagram symbol for protection, says Dana, Michigan. Crystal Davis says her husband uses it. Connie, who has no tat, says she has used the pentagram. Michelle Cannon-Pree has a solid star on her right clavicle. I guess that's a pentagram. Crystal Davis, oh, her husband has one on his chest, and it says as above, so below. That's interesting. That's interesting. Jeff, Satan doesn't protect. Don't get it. I have a star on each of my tattoos, says Alana. And I got them as a side note after each tattoo was done because I was compelled. Interesting. Interesting. Are they right side up, Alana? Mine was protection. I did it myself. Ooh, that's a tough chick. Did her own tattoo. Remember, we're generational witches. Interesting. My Jewish friend wears a silver one around his neck. Alana Dawn, hers are right side up. I don't vibe to the moon phases, but my daughter does. I have 2 pentagrams, one on each shoulder, says Kilgore Trout. What do you mean, does Satan protect? Penny, the pentagram's not satanic. The pentagram's an ancient protection symbol. I guess you could argue if it's inverted, then it would be potentially malevolent. Somebody else has an ankh on their wrist. Kilgore Trout says it kept me safe so far. Crystal Blue Persuasion wants Dean. So let's say, are you guys team Dean or team Sam? My dad had a star badge and a shield in leather. Nice. Very special for him. Shocked me. Tetragrammaton is not a pentagram. No, it's not. Don't forget I can't even say what that is. By the way, isn't it called a Star of David? No, the pentagram's not called a Star of David. Gemini symbol on the left shoulder, left clavicle. Okay. Feel free to not go into any more detail, Michelle. More fake news. I've been indoctrinated with Jeff. What does that mean? I carry a hypercube. I don't even know what a hypercube is. Oh, it looks like a pentagram. I'm a fireman, says Kilgore Trout. Risky job. He's dodged a few life-threatening fires and situations. Awesome. The Star of David is not a pentagram. No. And if you ask me again, I'll have the same answer. The Star of David is not a pentagram. The Star of David is not a pentagram. And I'm just kidding with you, Shannon. But it's really not a pentagram. Family and law enforcement. I'm brainwashing people, huh? Okay. I used to draw them on everything. Wasn't sure why. Yeah, pentagram means 5. Penti. Star David, count the points. Tell me how many there are. Tell me if there's 5. No, there's not. There's 6. It's a hexagram, ladies and gentlemen. Shannon's trying to make me get mad. She's trying to make me lose control live on TV. Or not TV, whatever this is that we're on. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. The pentagram is a protection symbol, maybe a signal too. It's been used ubiquitously throughout law enforcement. Should we consider using it as a protection symbol for ourselves? Should we consider tattooing it on our bodies? I don't know. That's up to you. That is up to you. Wow, nice signal. Yep, thank you, Alana. I'm sure we've been brainwashed in our lives. Jeff, can you explain the word? No. It's been used by many cultures. Yeah, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting stuff. Really, it is. Check out the Nostradamus video I did earlier today. I think it was a good one. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, it's going to be my hypnotic hair. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern time, Wayne Steiger will join me, as always, for the Not Your Normal Sunday show. And who knows what we're going to talk about. The GOP logo is a An elephant, right? What's the elephant got? Oh, that's right. I'll check this out. Since Tracy brought this up, let's look it up right now. GOP logo, the new one. I bet it's got what's it got? Yep. Oh, shite. Wow, Tracy. This is a good catch. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. The GOP logo. And tell me, folks, can this happen by mistake? Does this just say, oops, we just thought it looked better that way? Ah, boy, I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. Is that just random? Those, ladies and gentlemen, are upside down pentagrams. You can see the goat's head motif. Wow, aren't the Republicans seducing us with black magic? So let's be fair and look up the Democrat logo too. What's that say? Democrat logo. I know they're a donkey, but what's he look like? What's he got for stars? Oh boy, we just started a big fight here because here's the Democrat logo. Their stars are right side up, and the Republicans are right side down. Oh my. Boy, there goes a theory blown to hell. Ay, ay, ay. Talk about making an ass out of yourself. I really don't know what to make of that. Thanks a lot, Tracy Dyer. Thanks for blowing my whole freaking podcast. Thanks for blowing my whole freaking podcast. Wow. Wow. There are people trying to get the GOP stars flipped. Whew, please do. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I just got maybe a breaking piece of news here. Let me double check this from a trusty and reliable source. Let's see if it's just silliness or if it's actually something that is meant to be. Oh yeah, this is good stuff. Can I show this without revealing anything? Yeah, I think I can. Yeah, I can do this without revealing anything. So check this out. And this is the real reason for it, ladies and gentlemen, why the upright pentagram is supposed to be helpful and protective. Here it is superimposed over the Da Vinci. I forget the name of this dude, but you know, that's the Da Vinci paint, the Da Vinci drawing. So that's why we look at the pentagram upright. The Venusian man, isn't that what it is? Venusian man? Venusian man? Venusian man? So that's why we consider the pentagram to be a beneficial, one of the reasons why we consider the pentagram to be a beneficial symbol. Thank you for that. Boom. I'll never doubt you again. Well, that might be a little strong. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting stuff. Powerful stuff. And I don't know how the Joe Info does that to his type, but that's pretty cool. It's called the Da Vinci dude. Yeah, Truvian man. Okay, Michelle Cannon-Free. I don't know why I believe Michelle Cannon-Free without checking her out, but I do. The Truvian man. Are you sure? Venusian sounds a lot better. Vitruvian is two dudes banging. Oh, sorry. It happened during the Bush administration. They changed that logo. Brian Edwards, if you could validate that, I would take that and run. That's a podcast just waiting to happen. Vitruvian. Okay. I'll go with Vitruvian. It's got to be a hack or a Russian bot. Right. Uh-huh. Michelle is my bell. Okay. I get that. Upside down, it looks like Satan. Yeah, it does. Really good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Really good stuff. If I could find that logo was changed during the Bush administration, that would be really, really fascinating. That would be really, really fascinating. When was last time GOP logo was changed? When was the last time the GOP logo was changed? Republican logo change. Oh, this is from just some ministry, so we don't know if that's freaking true or not. Fighting the tyranny. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, this is fascinating. We got something else to go right here. Here's a big story. Look at this one, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this one, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-2000, post-2000. The stars were upright, just as George W. Bush was entering office. I don't know if I believe this. I'd have to have some more empirical evidence, but that's really interesting. The next thought in my mind is, did George W. Bush employ dark magic to beat that idiot he was running against in 2000? But didn't he get elected in Buchanan 2000? Yeah, he got elected in 2000. That's right. That's really interesting. I got to write that down. That could be another podcast. I like it. GOP logo change. It's probably old news, but it's interesting to me. Thanks, guys. More and more of the podcasts that I do come from great ideas from people just like you. Awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get rid of this. Sorry. Ooh, well, they really do say they are bringing chaos to change the world and bring new world order. When did the Dems get changed? Let's look at that. Last change in Democratic Party logo. Last change in Democratic, I wrote. Democratic Party logo. Boom. Last change. In September 2010, the Democratic Party unveiled its new logo. In 2010, they unveiled their new logo. Oh, they got a new logo now. Huh. So I'm being told by Wikipedia that this is the new Democratic Party logo. That right there. I don't know if I'm buying that. I don't know if I'm buying that. Names and symbols. Huh. That's interesting. Yeah, in September 2010, the Democratic Party unveiled its new logo, which is a blue D inside a blue circle. It was the party's first official logo. The donkey had only been semi-official. So this is actually the logo of the Democratic Party. That's really weird, ladies and gentlemen. That's really odd. Boom, boom. How about that? Odd. O-D-D. That's odd. Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Let's expand that podcast from GOP logo into GOP and Dems logo changes. Wow. That's a good podcast when you get two for the price of one. That's interesting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. That really is interesting stuff. Kudos to whoever brought up that Democratic logo change. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Wow. It looks like a single eye sideways. A single eye is everywhere. It's a planet symbol. Wow, it almost seems avian. D near F, circled by a 0. I still think it's odd, ODD. Julie James, now this is a great comment, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff, you are brilliant and handsome. That's a great comment. Thank you, Julie. James. Thank you. Odd and OCD. There you go. It reminds me of Circle K. Only it's Circle D, dude. D for Demiurge. Wow. A circle of protection. Very good. Interesting, interesting, interesting stuff. Well, you never know what you're going to hear when you come into the new cosmic knowledge realm, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy. I've of Horus. My mother always said I had ODD. Now I get it. D for destruction. Blue is a code. Done. Yeah, there you go. Donna is on fire. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm gonna do it. It could be Saturn. It kind of, yeah, I could see where it would be Saturn. Demon Dynasty. Circle of Satan. And the random, I used to watch Oprah, but I don't anymore comment. Elephant and ass, result of fallen angels mixing with animals. Okay. It does look a bit reminiscent of Saturn. What does that mean when you have to stifle a yawn during your own show? That can't be good, can it? Let me look at that one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Will you just look at it? I refuse to ever say that, but it just fit. Would you just look at it? That's the Democratic Party logo. And I had to say, will you just look at it and honor the fact that in mere days, I'll be looking at Rex Bear in the flesh while wearing a wetsuit in the desert. That's the Democratic Party's logo. And my question is that the best you could do? But I guess it was their original logo, so maybe they're feeling all nostalgic and stuff. I don't know. I can't figure it out, ladies and gentlemen. I really can't figure it out. D. It is still somewhat Saturnian to me. I don't know. It's weird. The Republicans go on to the upside down pentagrams. The Democrat. Oh, here's the obvious one we've all missed. If the Republicans went to the upside down stars, emblematic of the devil, then of course the Democratic Party went to the circle with the D in the middle for devil. It's simple. We just figured it out. Come on, guys. Why did it take you so long? Wow. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. The D in the middle of the Democratic logo obviously stands for D. EVIL, the devil. So there you go. We've solved that mystery. Check that off the list. And there you go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This, believe it or not, is how you unindoctrinate yourself. Asking questions, questioning answers. Being your own guru, guiding your own spirit, mastering your own ascension, doing your inside work. And it is an inside job, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what we're here for, folks. That's what we're here for. And remember, you may think that some of the ideas that you hear on this show are pretty nutty. And you might think that, oh, man, there's no way I'm going to do that. But let me ask you, what have you been doing? And if you keep doing it, you're going to keep getting the same results you've always got. And how are they working for you? I'm just asking. If they're not working for you, you might think of changing things up. If they are working for you, congratulations. I salute you. But it is the last days. Where did I get that from? Somebody must have said that in the chat room. We are the last generation of real humans. Let's get busy.